One of the venues that pressed for relief funds is the Count Basie Center for the Performing Arts in Red Bank, New Jersey. Count Basie is responsible for more than $18 million in local economic impact, and it drew more than 250,000 visitors a year before the pandemic. Joining us now is Adam Philipson, its CEO. Adam, it's great to have you. So first of all, your knee-jerk reaction to the funding and when you're going to have access to it is what?
Well, first of all, thanks for having us back, Kelly. And, nice to be here, expressing some gratitude. Knee-jerk reaction is, as we're reading through everything, is there's probably 3 rounds of funding. We think we'll be in the 2nd round. And as has been said, probably March is when that money is going to become available.
So that's good, or it's too little too late? I mean, what's been going on with all of these venues that have you guys been effectively closed this whole time, or have you figured out a way to stay open and try to do some events?
Yeah, we have. We've been lucky that we've been able to pivot and be creative. We did outdoor programming. Over the summer, we partnered with a couple of venues outdoors. We had some of the biggest and most active concert gatherings. And then now we have 2 indoor venues, and it's small and it's not sustainable. But we have our new venue, the Vogel, and a pop-up stage in our Hackensack Meridian Health Theater that we've opened at about 150 people. There's a lot of venues that have not been able to do that just because of their smaller capacities. And, they're going to be hanging on, and hopefully there's some other funds that will come in to support them in the interim. But we've been able to be innovative and get some revenue flowing.
When you're looking out to 2021, I imagine typically you're booking this calendar months and months ahead of time, coordinating with all sorts of different, concerts and schedulers and promoters. So are you starting to book things for next year with an eye towards, okay, by April or July or September, we think we're going to be getting back to normal? Or do you have to wait until we know? Because the more that we think about it, the more you wonder when we are going to know that it's okay to gather indoors for a concert again.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we've had about 115 shows in 2019 that we've already moved. So we moved them to 2020, and now they're being moved to 2021. So there's just a very few canceled. Most of them just kept pivoting forward. So, we're thinking if everything continues and there's light at the end of the tunnel and there's enough vaccines that get out there and an appropriate form of getting that to the people that need it to feel safely, then we're hoping that by September, we should be able to see us back to some level, 70, 80% capacity.
Yeah. The PPP loan, the first, or I guess the last time around, how did that work for you guys? What were you able to do? How long did it last? And what about the next round of funding? Because there will be more PPP funds available as well as this targeted relief.
Right. It worked well for us. I think it helped us survive the first, maybe the first 6 to 8 weeks. It helped us be able to think and pivot and come up with some other strategies and move our education programs online and do all the things that we had to do to remain relevant in the field. We're hearing right now that if you're going to get the stimulus, the SOS money, you probably wouldn't qualify for the PPP as well, because I think both are going through the SBA. So I'm not sure that we'll get both, but certainly those venues that wouldn't qualify for the SOS money would qualify probably for another round of PPP.
Yeah, I'm also curious because you guys have had a success in getting this direct relief in the bill. What do you think about the restaurant industry, which is not seeing its similar kind of measure move forward? They obviously will be able to tap PPP, but you think if anybody's an obvious candidate for targeted relief, they would be one of them. What was your experience like?
Yeah, I mean, we were surprised. We thought that we would be all part of this bill, and certainly we've been helping each other, all relying on each other, right? We all feed the economies. I think the restaurants have been incredibly helpful to us to be advocating, at least in Red Bank, how important it is that the Count Basie's open again to thrive the businesses in our community. And, we'll continue to be helpful to the restaurants. I mean, we're looking into how we can partner with some of them. We're advertising to get them out. Listen, if we can be open even a little bit, that's more opportunity for restaurants to have people coming out. So I think it all has to feed the others. And I do believe there'll be sufficient legislation to get the restaurants back in business as soon as they can at fully at capacity. Obviously, all of us are waiting for the vaccine to take effect.
Yeah, so I guess my last question then is, do you expect 2021 to look more like 2020 or 2019 for your business and for the number of people that you employ and all of those things?
Well, I think it's probably not going to look like 2019. I don't think that we're going to feel a 2019 year, probably for a few years. I think it's just going to be slow getting people back and getting people to feel safe. And, I think tours are going to be at a little bit lower capacity in the beginning. I don't think it's going to look like 2020. Let's say that for sure. But I think 2021 is going to still be part of our recovery. And, and then hopefully by 2022, we're all really kind of moving back to how we were before across the entire sector.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Just like we heard in that previous segment, you can go somewhere to have a beer and hang out with people. Sounds really good right now. Adam, thanks so much for your time. Good luck. Keep us posted.
Thank you.
When you